Good morning, everybody. This week we're going to be rocking it up old school, starting with Hexen II. This was a sequel to Hexen and Heretic, which were DOS-based games using the same faux 3D engine as Doom. Hexen II is based on the Quake engine and came out around 96-97. It's got a few RPG trappings compared to Doom and Quake, in that you get to pick what character you play, and they all have different abilities. We're going to go with the assassin. She doesn't actually get any stealth abilities. She just has different weapons, and we're going to go on medium difficulty. At least I think that's medium, might be hard. As you can see, compared to a Quake, it's quite colourful, and it's got destructible environments. You can destroy a lot of stuff that you might not be able to. Don't know why this one's being a bit tougher, and I don't really know why I'd want to destroy this, but I can, and it's nice that I can. We also have a full character sheet showing me my hit points, my armor class, nice little nod from D&D, and some attributes. I don't think the attributes actually do anything, they're just really there to make me feel a bit better. We also have an inventory. Now, because of the age of this game, I've actually had to turn mouse look on manually. Going near a door. Yes, we've got some spiders here. I don't appear to have any crosshairs, which might be a bit problematic later on. The sound's quite nice. There's no ambient music here. Right, there's another spider around here, but I can't see it yet. It's because it's released by that button. What was I saying? Yes, there's no ambient music in the demo, because remember, this dates back from the days when you got your demos off cover discs of games, off magazines, if you were lucky. And we're talking cover CDs here, not cover DVDs. So they had to share quite a lot of other games. So you couldn't have stuff music onto your game. And if you did have it off the internet, well, your internet connection wasn't very fast. You probably didn't have internet at home. We did. We had a 28.8 connection. That said, we also had a 28.8 connection until the day we got broadband due to how our phone line was set up. But around the time this was a current game, I worked in a net cafe, and we were running 20 machines off a, I think, 128k leased line. And this was considered a fast connection. People would come to us to play international games of Quake, you know, Quake matches, to get a decent ping. Right. We're just dropping down here because we have to come down here to be able to complete the level. So we're doing this now to avoid a bit of backtracking. Picking these up, these are floating health vials, and the purple potion I picked up is a storable health potion that does 20 health at a go, if I remember rightly. You just hit the button. That's opened a door over there. I don't know if that guy can hit me or not. Yes, he can. We won't stand there then. Okay. Now, one of the things that made Hexen II quite different compared to Doom and Quake is just how nice and colourful its environments are. You're going outdoors. You've got some nice detailed carving there. You can also break this angel. Don't think there's any reason to, so I'm not going to. We've got adventurers, that's what the sign says, adventurers. You can only read it at this sort of distance. I don't know if you can read this, so I'm going to read this out. I am leaving messages in case I fail to destroy Eidolon. I begin in Castle Blackmarsh, where famine waits. I've heard strange rumours of an invincible crystal golem that protects the entrance to Famine's lair. Perhaps the King's mages know for a way to grant me the power to destroy it. I believe that the Brotherhood of Hunger may hold some clues, and knowing that I must acquire the Amulet of Hunger from the castle treasury. Tyrannus. I don't know who Tyrannus is. I guess he's the previous hero who went this way. And obviously he hasn't succeeded, so it's up to me to save the day. Though, if he hasn't succeeded, he's not actually going to be any good past this level. Now, we're going to see if we can sneak up on this guy by going around the other way. No, he saw me. The problem with the melee attack, you can't really strafe very effectively, so you just have to mouse click a lot. Button. The puzzles and environments in here are a little bit more sensible than ones in Quake and Doom. It's, you know, it's logical. There aren't keys just for the sake of keys. Spider. These things are just so small and annoying, not a real threat. And like any good RPG, when you break barrels, there's things inside them. I'm not going to pretend to be great at this game, but at least I don't actually actively suck unlike I do at some of the other games I've played. Okay, there's my first weapon, but there's also an enemy to the left. So I'm going to dash for the weapon, and then run straight back and see what follows. No cover system here, it's all in the strafing, and it's all down to you to avoid their shots. Cover is what you make it. Now, that's what I just wonder, there's a spider around here, but there isn't. Oh, this is a waste of ammo, but gibtastic. These games were okay. We're out of mana. Back to the. I should have shown you the sheep with the claw rather than the crossbow. But that's okay. We'll pick up some mana in a moment. Now, the level structure of this game is hub-based, which means which basically means you backtrack a lot, or a bit anyway. The bodies don't last long, just enough time for you to see that, you know, you have killed it. I'm guessing this is partly just to save on memory. Remember, when this game came out, we didn't have a lot in the way of video. You know, most people would actually be playing this with software rendering. If you had a 3D card, it was probably a Voodoo graphics accelerator. Which, you know, they were exceedingly expensive, and they only had 2 meg of RAM. Can you imagine that? A video card, a 3D accelerated video card with 2 meg of RAM. Okay, here's the door that we unlocked earlier by going downstairs. And we've got Amulet of Protection, which I believe has upped our armor class, which is basically like armor in Doom, reduces a bit of the damage you take. Push this button. Oh no, rats. Phew, just rats. You can kill the rats, but they don't harm you. And that just opens that, okay. So we could get out a different way if we wanted. Push that, which opens this. Got a torch. Oh, there's a mage there. These guys are nasty. They tend to appear behind you. And they turn into spiders upon death. Okay, nobody else here. We found the Tomb of Lorik. No, see, look at that sky. Oh, hang on, cutscene-y thing. Not sure why I need these yet. I'm sure it'll come in down. Now, again, we're going to go exploring. What do we have here? We're going to go this way. Let's open this up to here. Right, we're now back in. We're down here. Oh, hang on, I thought I had got him. Is he not? And we killed his little spider form too. Hit these in case they've got mana in them. Which they don't. Okay, that's not a problem. We need the bone dust of Lorik to complete the spell and create the potion of mithril transmutation. Okay, we have Lorik's skeleton, so we just need to find a way to turn it into bone dust now. You want to stay out of the way of the doors because they will hurt you. Right, this is where we came in. So, let's go this way. What's this way is the Barbican. Yes, I think this is where we need to be. Could really do some mana here, but we'll do without. Now watch this. Cruel but amusing. And also, let me pick up these health vials. If we go here, you'll see this door is barred, which means how we get over the gate. There's also something up there on the rampart, so when we jump, we're going to try and land on there first. So, there we go. Let's just change which is my item. Bugger. Missed it. We'll leave it and try again later. Yeah, we can do it. We can have another go. So let's do that. Almost. You can sort of stop your forward momentum. Oh, hang on, we've got a spider. I think there's another one. I can hear it. There it is. There we are. We've landed on the ramparts. We've picked up a glyph of the ancients. Not sure what that does. What we could really do with is some mana. I think we've got some. We're going to be able to get some here, I think. Get out of the way because I don't want to be being shot at by this guy whilst I fight the spiders. Oh, I know what I can do here. I have a crater. This thing gives me my mana back. So we'll stab the spider. Now, one nice thing about the assassin is her weapon sort of auto-aims. I don't think it does as much damage as some of the others. But the auto-aiming is a nice feature. Up here. Pick up these healing potions. We're full up on blue mana. So it's time for this door. Find mana. Yeah, so your attacks use mana in blue and green varieties, which are obviously the equivalent of the ammo. I've got a giant squid down there. We want to kill it before we go swimming. Never go swimming with giant squids. So that's the barbican. That's where we'll have to get eventually. But for now we're going swimming. Can't swim this way. We will be able to later, but not right now. Get out of the water before fighting the squid. Here's Squiddy, Squiddy. Some of the barrels explode, and we don't want to hit an exploding barrel. I'll leave that one alone. Now what we have up here, apart from some mana, is a key. Okay, we should have had a key here. Bugger. Okay, there should have been a key here. There isn't. I'm not sure why there isn't. Bugger. Maybe I'm just in totally the wrong place. Wouldn't be the first time.